am Jewish. You don't need to clap. Bit weird you didn't clap. Just saying. Well, I am Jewish. The least Jewish thing about me is how often I use the phrase Jesus Christ. I use it a lot. Like I bump into something, Jesus Christ. So easy, rolls off the tongue. So much easier than the Jewish version, which would be like, the idea of God, which has no physical form that we mortals can behold. The pain. Jesus Christ, so much easier. The most Jewish thing about me is everything else. I recently read that they discovered that Christopher Columbus was Jewish. Anybody hear that? It was a true news story. And first of all, how do you discover that? He's been dead for like 300 years. Did you find a pastrami sandwich next to his corpse? Also, I just feel like it's real convenient in 2024 that the most famous colonizer of all time just happens to be Jewish. Come on. Who else are you going to discover is Jewish next? Oh, you know Hitler was Jewish. Oh, really? Yeah, self-hating Jew. Real big one. Yeah, I was recently told I need to sleep with a CPAP machine. Does anybody know what that is? It's not a weird sex thing, promise. It's for people with sleep apnea. If you don't know, sleep apnea is a medical condition where you go to sleep and you stop breathing. But the machine that prevents it is very uncomfortable. So every night before I go to bed, I'm like, I'm probably not going to die tonight. What are the odds I'm going to die tonight? No, it is uncomfortable. The only cool thing about it makes me feel like I'm Bane from the Batman movies. Put it on like, Batman, you seem to have interrupted me during bedtime. My sleep schedule must be more severe. I'm new to Berlin. I'm new to the whole train system. It's great. They're really great. I'm on the U8 a lot. That's how you say it, right? U8. The first time I was here, I was like, U8. Nah. U8. And I was on the U8 recently, and there was this. There's a lot of people begging for money and doing all kinds of perfect street performance. And there was a guy who was doing singing opera. Have you seen this guy? He's like, but better than that. If you can imagine that. It was even better. And he was actually really good. And I was thinking, like, people pay good money to see this performed live. And we're just on our phones, like, ignoring him when he comes by us. Like, we're getting this for free. Basically for free. And he's like, we were like, yeah, your rendition of Puccini's aria was really moving, bro. But I need to listen to my podcasts. I gotta hear what the Hawk Tour girl thinks about the election results. It's a bit more important. Speaking of the election results, what a crazy time! I didn't think that would happen in America again. My favorite thing leading up to the elections was when Trump said the thing about the immigrants eating the cats and dogs. Because a lot of people thought that was just racist. But I think he was just watching an old rerun of Alf. The old 80s show about the alien that eats cats. And you know, Trump is a very old man. He sees TV, doesn't know nothing about it. Late at night, it's like, the aliens are coming to eat our cats. They're eating our dogs. They come from planet Melmac. You gotta hide the aliens from your neighbors. They're wearing our sunglasses. Gotta hide them from your neighbor. She's the mom from Seinfeld. It's a deep cut Alf joke. I'm unemployed, which is nice. It gets really boring though. It gets so boring that when I lose something in my apartment, I kind of get excited about it. I'm like, hey, where am I? Hey, that sounds like an adventure. Let's go on the adventure of the lost keys. And then mix up sometime with my day. That's nice. All right, you guys have been great.